This here as well as the autopilot system?
Autopilot, yeah. So we know we can select it. That means I put in the route or just the flight direction. Accurate flight direction should be 4 degrees. We have selected altitude or flight altitude. It's a moment 15,000 feet. We want to go down to 14,000 feet. So select 14,000 feet. Auto throttle is at the moment not selected. We can select it. So we have as well an auto throttle. The speed is driven by itself. We take a speed of 290.
It moves automatically then.
Yeah. Goes by itself everything now. And now select the autopilot, so leave the controls. And we go down 1,000 feet per minute down to 14,000 feet. Actual flight altitude is 15,700. And now the system flies by itself, the aircraft. Nothing needed to do. So you see the pilots don't need to do anything, just like this.
Yeah, so like,
Yeah, let me see actually. Come on guys.
That's it. Nothing to do. Yeah.
Chilling out, huh?
this is why you should really feel bad if you pay €500 for a flight, because this is all the
But they
pilots
do
are doing.
The landing can be done as well by itself. It's an auto land system. You can do an auto land, and so nothing is to do.
Would you
Only
guys like a
just
cup of tea or
switch the
something? A few
battery off.
biscuits maybe, or yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So not really. It's a lie.
Do you guys ever just turn on and off the fasten your seatbelt sign just for the laugh, just to annoy the passengers if you're bored?
When we are here in the simulator.
No, just like airline pilots when you're flying in the sky, you know, you're a little bored, you want to have a bit of fun with the passengers. Do you ever just turn on and off the fasten your seatbelt sign just to annoy them, or?
I know. I don't think so. It is needed. It is a safety system because of the endurance as well for the airline.
Yeah.
I
That
told you I didn't think you'd make a pilot.
That means when you're flying and they have some turbulences in the air, they need to switch it on. If not, and something happens, the airline needs to pay. That's the
Okay.
problem. And so they do it in front, a little bit more early than it is needed.
Any sign
The
of...
only way.
there isn't that big red button in here, you know, that big red button that
No.
says do not press, and everyone
there's
wants to...
there are a lot of buttons you never would press. Not while you're
That's fair
flying.
enough, yeah, you better
When
pick
you
up
switch
too many
something off
choices.
here of the system, so the systems are no longer available and so you cannot fly.
Oh,
You
yeah.
will lose the flight controls when you switch off the hydraulic system.
Okay.
If you switch it off, it's gone.
Right.
So we cannot control anything because we need the hydraulic to control elevator, ailerons, everything there.
Okay.
And without the hydraulic system, nothing is working. Autopilot goes, so all the systems would go. If you switch off the power is gone and we cannot fly anymore.
Gosh.
Only the engines can run, this is the only thing that works.
Cool.
I'm surprised though there isn't one of those buttons that you have out in the cabin, you know, where you want the air steward to come
Oh,
get
yeah.
you a cup of tea.
Yeah, the most of the things you control anyway from the cockpit out. That means here is the air conditioning system. The pilots control everything from the front. So whatever you have the feeling of the temperature,
Yeah.
they control it here. So if something is wrong, they control it, just not in the way you want to like or you would like it. That
Yeah, it's always too cold.
Too cold, too
Yeah.
hot, because they check in maybe 10-15 minutes, not more. So that means they check it, what is the temperature, select it here, they read it, what is the temperature, okay, it's maybe 18 degrees, so a little bit more, set it up a little bit higher.
Okay.
So they set it, and then 15 minutes later, they check it again, oh, it's 25, a little bit hot, so set it a little bit colder. That's why it goes up and down, up and down.
Alright.
So it's a manual setting.
Sure.
And they need to have the time because they're not sitting in the aircraft like this. It's not there, absolutely not. It means when they're sitting in the aircraft, they need to fly, really to fly. And really to fly then means they have the autopilot on, they have the systems on, but they have to they have that just they listen to the ATC, they need to talk to them. They got new altitudes, they get different routes, they need to change it.
ATC
All the
or
time.
ACDC?
ATC. It's ATC. And so all the time they have to work.
Right.
They need to check things out. They need to just prepare the landing. Everything in front they have to work out. There's only some minutes. Just the flight from Shannon to Stansted, London Stansted. They have only some minutes to talk and do other things. All the whole flight they need to work.
Okay.
ATC, check the system, change something here, change here,
Yeah.
check the system. When they do and change on the flight altitude, it's not just only selected. They need to select the cabin altitude for the passengers, that everything there is correct, here is correct. Flight management computer check the system, everything there is correct. From time to time check all the overhead panel system. Select the different radio settings, VORs, just the navigation radio. Everything needs to be selected in a different way. From time to time it changes. So they have work, a lot of work. It's not nothing.
Does it have a horn? Does it have a horn? A horn for when it arrives at like the airport. Beep beep. No?
No, not really. When we select the flight route, you get every time we reach a flight point, the next waypoint you need to reach. You get a bong, like a ding, so they know all the next waypoint has been there. And then it works anywhere by themselves. The ATC connects them, says, okay, ready for approach, you have to go this way, you need to reach this point, call back. And so all these things, they have a lot of work, both, not only one, both. One is a flying pilot, the other one is a non-flying pilot.
Oh, okay.
Non-flying pilot controls the system, flying pilot is the one that controls the flight system. If something happens, he flies. So he's ever ready to fly.
Right.
He's not waiting and sitting there, and it's really working.
And is it always the captain will fly it and the co-pilot will...
No. It's just, that's why it's called flying pilot and non-flying pilot, or pilot monitoring.
Right.
So that means the flying pilot is the first officer or the captain.
Right.
The captain is just the captain of the aircraft.
Okay.
But both are pilots, and both are complete trained airline pilots.
Yeah.
It means the first officer is not just a lower pilot.
Yeah.
It's a different function, but it's a completely pilot, commercial airline pilot.
And
he is trained to fly the aircraft by himself. The captain is not needed. The captain is the boss of the aircraft.
And okay, and it's like he's essentially the captain of the ship.
He's the captain of the aircraft. That's it. That's the function.
For the A380 or 747s or bigger aircraft, is it always just two, or is there more in the cockpit, or is it always just two?
Minimum two. And in 747 you have normally three.
Okay.
You have normally an